Good evening, I'm Tiro, and let's play Zoktai. Okay, here is a Undead Dungeon that I didn't notice. It's right by the entrance to the actual city, San Miguel. And it's called the Ruins. Uh-huh. Yes, I feel the presence of kitties and sawdust. I'm evil. So this is a quick explanation on the Doomsday phenomenon. Basically, every time we enter the dungeon, all the monsters are going to be exactly the same. Because everyone who's turned undead is condemned to repeat the same area and life over and over again, until they purify with the good dose of vitamin D, C, and UVAB, the known DVDs. Shoot, chloroform. So this is basically reminiscent of the original Zoktai game, where it's just a whole lot of little dungeons. But here I believe we only get one per main boss dungeon in the game. But it's kind of sad that we don't have normal little rounds, but then again we also have larger dungeons. But then again we have larger dungeons. Stupid birdies. I'm only killing you for apples. I mean, energy nuts. So like the actual cathedral, this little dungeon is very good for just boosting up on healing items. Let's see, anything we gotta sidle through? Dead end. Okay. I've yet to find a good method for adventuring. Because of all these little breakpoints and paths. I want to go forward, but what if I miss something? And how far do I have to go before I miss something very good? Like let's say an item or equipment that's needed to go through the dungeon. Okay, we are up on top. Alright. I can't fall off, so that's good. And what do we have here? 2 rocks and a ledge. Now, to most beginners, this is quite a dead end, but not necessarily. We sidle. And then Geronimo on the right side. Before, I just skipped it all because in this game, deaths are not very nice. Whenever you die, you are able to be revived by the Dark Loans Company, usually for 100 or 200 soul units. However, they take it directly from your bank account. So if you die over and over again, you have to do it over and over again. And if you don't, you have to restart at the very beginning of the level. This isn't too bad for mini dungeons like this. But for the big ones, very annoying because all the switches and traps and treasure are all resets. Oh, very good. And through this little secret passage, we get the Sunny Clog. And there it is. Sunny Clog. Ancient footwear predicts the weather. I believe this is in reference to fortune-telling by shoes, which is technically called sneakermancy. What you do is you just flip your shoe off and say, if it's upright it means this, if it's not upright it means that. So it's basically alternative to coin tossing. This one is Japanese and scientific. Okay, a bunch of bats and switches. And I'm going to bypass trying to figure this out. Activate 5, 7, and 3 in those orders. Oh, each room has a bat number. Let's see, 3, and then we just switch them up. I also believe that unlike the original Zoktai game, this one does not have any difficulty settings. In the original one, there was a variety of difficulties depending on the puzzles and the enemy strength and such, where the dungeons were slightly manipulated to be more complex. Here, everything's at least static. And I'm only killing you for the energy and for the skill points. Okay, yay! That opened the door and let us go on our way. Ah. And now to address... Ah! It's hot! Oh shoot. One moment. Okay. Yeah. Having full heat is nice, but it also overheats, and there's a great concern that I'm probably going to fry my GameCube or this cartridge eventually. Because you need a lot of sunlight. The only time you get like really a lot of sunlight in my neck of the woods is when you're at the upper 80s. Oh, I know there's probably some of you who say upper 80s. That's cakewalk, but still, that's pretty roasting for the energy. Let's see. We sneak by here and messed up. Okay. Let's do it again. Go. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Ah, bah. I'm not good at stealth. And I don't think I can kill him either. Okay, sneak, sneak, sneak. Ah! Too tight. No. Okay, let's... Oh, there's one that's missing the core. I'm an idiot. Well, this is what you have to do to keep things moving. Alright, we use the fruit for the meat and the lemon. Yeah. Lemons are nice. Speed walking is always useful. Too bad I can't use them for actual recording. That would require me knowing what I'm doing. Okay, double check this area. What does blue mean? Okay, there's a guy there, and let's double check the other area. Wait instead of being a moron. Aha. Doors. Dead-end doors. I believe these doors are specifically for the challenge quest that you get from the library. I believe the very first one is do this dungeon, but do not get seen by any of the enemies. I believe the reward is an armor set that is very nice and lightweight for stealth people. So, little incentive to do these things. Want to get 2-hit kills from him, but that is not possible. And whack, whack, whack. There we go. Why couldn't he be first one be like this guy? Drat. We're just trying out the good old fisticuffs. Because we got some skeletons to smash. And for the hammer slammer. When in doubt, use hammer. If it's not working, you're not using enough hammer. Oh, this is wonderful. I'm so proud of myself. Yay! Why can't everything be like this? Okay, we're in the blue area, and I do not know what that means. Okay, well, what do we want? Let's boost our life a little. Yeah, we like nice round numbers. And we have a gentleman. Yay! Yes. Hello, Marcelo. Or can I just call you Marco? Now, I don't see how that's a bad thing, running for your life and everything's dying. I'm surprised you haven't been turned into a bot yet. Maybe you have some of the blood of the solar boy and family. That wouldn't mean that you're a vampire, are you? Stealing my blood for the family? Alright, let's head back to town and see what this guy does for us. Because that's what NCPs are. I've saved the world, they are my slaves. And I cannot use the warp leaf. Great. Okay. Will the warp leaf work inside? I guess not. By the way, this is for seeing transitions. Going through the doors. But I guess decide just to leave it in so you can see where this Undead Dungeon is in relation to the town, which nobody really would care unless we're playing it. Okay, Nero, meow yourself, and Violet. Ah, here's the key. Yay! Let us check out this neat warehouse. Oh, presents! I love presents. And it's chocolate! Yay! We're gonna eat that right now. Yummy. Of course chocolate is yummy. So here's the warehouse. Basically we get another stack of inventory, so useful for storing the items we don't need. Also, items in the warehouse do not rot, so if we get something very useful, it's like that wad of beef over there, no problemo. Let's just stick with only one antidote, even though I get hit by spiders all the time. Alright, enough of this. Yes, I agree, Nero is no fun. Being the demonic kitty that he is. I know he's fighting for the other side. Why else would they talk like kittens? It makes perfect sense now. And yes, Marco, I would be scared in this area. Okay. So, I believe this is all. So until next time, I'm Tiro, and have fun gaming. See ya!